So we are entering a very, very important week because it's the week of Passover, which we know Passover is a very important cosmic window that always occurs in the month of Aries, and it always occurs in the full moon of the month of Aries. And when we take a look exactly at the time that enters this holiday, this cosmic window of Passover, and we get a snapshot of the chart, we find out that the chart is really, really difficult. We already talked in several weeks before about all this energy of the month of Nisan, of Aries, that has so much wars and so much complications. But specifically, the moment that the holiday comes in, we find out that planet Uranus, which is the troublemaker of the zodiac, is exactly on top of the sun of the chart. So we know that unexpected things may happen, that nothing basically is going to go according to plan. Like we say, the best laid plans of mice and men, no best laid plans. Everything is going to be surprising. There's going to be a lot of unexpected events. And basically, when Uranus is so close to the sun and so many planets are in Aries, what happens is that we feel caught in a kind of a Hollywood movie of biblical proportions, and we don't exactly understand where we are at and what exactly is going on. Always the full moon, which is Passover, the full moon of Aries, the moon is always in Libra because it's exactly the opposite of the sign. It's the full moon, the moon is always in Libra. What does it mean, the moon in Libra? Always the moon in Libra signifies that we are making an alliance, that we are allying ourselves or wedding somehow, in that instance, the light. Because what is the coming out of Egypt, which is Passover? It's us making a proactive decision that we want the light and we don't want the darkness and we don't want the slavery and we don't want addictions and we want nothing to do with any negativity. We want just the light. So it's an alliance. And in the moment of that alliance, a lot of energy is revealed, but then we find out that the whole cosmos is like a hurricane. So what are we to do on that night? To understand exactly, I will give a very brief story that is very famous about Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva was the teacher of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and the author of the Zohar, and he was also the teacher of Rabbi Meir Baal HaNes, like a major Kabbalist learned under him. And Rabbi Akiva had the power of sight, so he could know what was going on with all the people around him. And he found out, through his power of sight and his, mystical powers, he found out that his daughter was supposed to pass away, was supposed to die the night of her wedding. So he dreaded that day. He dreaded the day that his daughter was going to come and say, "Dad, I'm getting married, look, I need your blessing." And eventually that day came, and he was expecting the next day very bad news that things were going to happen to her. And the next day, to his surprise, she comes, "Hi, Pap, how are you? I'm so happy to see you." And he's completely like, not only surprised, he doesn't know what to say. And he starts questioning her. He goes like, "Okay, so did you do anything different yesterday? During your wedding, what happened?" She says, "Well, listen, I don't know. I just know one thing. I had this energy that I wanted to share with people and I wanted to give, and I started giving, food to the poor, and I was busy with my guests. I just entered in me this energy that I didn't want to think about myself, even though it was my wedding." And what happened, he found out, is that a snake was supposed to bite her, and then she, something bothered her in her veil, and she took a pin out and killed the snake without even knowing, while she was exactly getting married. And so she got saved. We are in the moment of a marriage. It's the moment of the marriage between us and the light. It's our desire to be the closest that we can to the light and find the real freedom within us, because the light is here to free us. Because the moon is in Libra and so much unexpected can happen on that night and the week that follows, we are on the night of Passover and for the entire week to be super sharing, super nice, not to be busy with ourselves, even 2 minutes. Find people around us that need help, suggest the help, share as much as we can on the night of Passover and for the entire week after. We have to be in a consciousness of complete sharing, complete giving, and that's what's going to cancel all the difficulties of planet Uranus, all the problems and the hurricanes that lies in the cosmos, and us feeling that we are caught in a movie we don't understand and we don't have a free will. So for the night and the entire week, the night will be on Friday night and Saturday, and the entire week that follows, always like heart open, just sharing, just giving, and that's what will help us to cancel all negative decrees and get us out of the hurricane that is happening in the cosmos. And we need everybody's meditation on compassion and positivity and mercy as much as possible. So I'm wishing everybody an amazing week, and you have a lot of good actions and positive sharing actions to do the entire week. So have a good one, happy holidays of Passover, and we'll talk next week.